Franco Mastantuono arrived at Real Madrid this summer carrying something bigger than a suitcase. He brought a quiet conviction and a line that already become the headline. Now, it's my turn. The club presented him in white. He put on the number 30 he wore at River Plate, and in that single gesture, generations of expectation converged. A promising Argentine stepping into one of world football's most unforgiving stages. On paper, he is registered with the reserves, and in practical terms, still a young project. But the timing of his arrival, the shirt he chose, and the immediate murmurs that he is in the coaches early. Season thinking have turned a routine unveiling into a story that fans and pundits are parsing for signals. Mastantuono has spoken openly about a childhood of watching Real's Champions League era, about the thrill when Madrid first rang when he was 17, and about the gravity of choosing Los Blancos over other European interest. Those remarks read like fuel for a player who understands the theatre of the club he has joined. They are not naive optimism, they are a declaration of intent. The broader drama here is twofold. There is the personal arc, a young man from Argentina who cut his teeth at River Plate and now finds himself under the same floodlights that made Di Maria and Higuain global names. And then there is the institutional question. How will Real Madrid integrate another bright young Argentine into a squad that mixes established superstars, tactical rigidity, and relentless expectation? That question becomes more pressing if, as some within the club suggest, Xabi Alonso is willing to hand Mastantuono minutes early, potentially as soon as the league opener against Osasuna. Alonso's coaching profile matters to this story. He is widely praised for developing midfielders and shaping tactical minds. And a surprise inclusion would say as much about the coach's appetite for risk as it would about Mastantuono's preparedness. If Alonso trusts the teenager in a competitive La Liga match, it signals a willingness to accelerate development and to make real-time decisions that privilege long-term growth as much as short-term payoff. Of course, the gamble comes with trade-offs. Young players rarely enter the senior stage without exposing rough edges, moments of indecision, lapses in tactical discipline, or the emotional strain of carrying a narrative larger than their experience. At Real Madrid, where every touch can be amplified into legend or critique, the margin for error is peculiarly slim. Fans who saw the shirt number and recall past Argentine icons will project hopes and comparisons. That pressure can be galvanizing for some players and crushing for others. Strategically, there are reasons why the club might choose to introduce him now. The fixture calendar is congested, rotation is essential, and managers increasingly treat early season matches as laboratory conditions to test younger options. If Mastantuono does get minutes against Osasuna, those minutes will matter beyond a single result. They will be a data point in a season-long assessment of whether Real should lean more into youthful talent or continue to rely primarily on proven veterans. The signing also speaks to a wider recruitment narrative at Madrid. For years, the club alternated between blockbuster signings and the slow nurturing of homegrown talent. Recent windows show a curiosity to recalibrating that balance and adding prospects who could be mouldy within the club's identity. Mastantuono's arrival is a test of that model. For Argentina's talent pipeline, every success at a club like Real Madrid reverberates back home. Young prospects will watch closely, agents will take notes, and the notion of Mexico to Madrid levels of pathway interest is renewed. For the player himself, the path ahead is straightforward and ruthless. Train harder than anyone expects, learn quickly, and make the few opportunities you get count. His public words about dreaming of Real Madrid and admiring past Champions League triumphs are not merely flash quotes. They are the psychological scaffolding of a young athlete stepping into a crucible. Whether his first white shirt in competition is worn in the opener or later, the narrative has already shifted. Franco Mastantuono is no longer only a River Plate prospect. He is a Madrid story in the making. The coming weeks will reveal whether that story is a brief footnote or the opening chapter of a new Argentine thread sewn through Real's next years. For now, every lineup decision, every substitution, and every coach interview will be passed with one question in mind. Will Xabi Alonso make the shock move and let this young Argentine begin writing history at the Bernabeu?